Alright, we got all that. Guys, this is looking really good. The next thing we're going to do is, dang it, you might have to get a little screwdriver to pop those out. And once we get them all out, this one already got out, we're going to take our carburetor cleaner and get a straw on it. And we're going to spray inside and clean that oil out. And then blow it out with some air. So let's get that done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we do is install our intake gasket seals. I'll call them seals. And that's all you have to do. It doesn't matter which side you put them in. That's all you have to do. You just line them up and push them down into, that looks so nice. It makes you want to just leave the car just like that and let it run like that. Alright? Right, Siri?
I don't think it can.
It can. Alright, let's get the other 4 done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got the last one in now. Before we proceed guys, because the next thing we're going to be doing, matter of fact, you know what guys, while we're here, let's hook up our VVTs. And the harness is already going right into them. So just going to hook them up on both sides. This harness over here, this one goes right there, I guess. Or does it go someplace else? Oh, looks like, yeah, it looks like up there. Up there. Get this out of the way. And this one. Alright, let's get our rings out of the way. The next thing we're going to do, guys, is install our spark plugs. Now, remember when we took these spark plugs out, we heard like an eek squeaky noise. That ain't good, guys. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna 007 them. What you wanna do is take you about a 6 to 8 inch 3/8 drive hose, hook your spark plug up to it like that, and 007. That's anytime you use a Q-tip instead of your fingers, you're getting messed up. Take some anti-seize. Coat the threads right towards the beginning. The reason why I say the beginning is because you want to make sure you don't get...
Make sure you blob it on.
Make sure you don't get nothing on the top. The reason why I say you do it like that, so as you're screwing into the cylinder head, it's going to take that and bring it all through the threads. If you put it up here, it ain't going to get no lubrication just up here. Alright, now you take the spark plug, bring it down into... Let's go to the side. You can see which one you can see better.
No, go right there. Where you going?
What the heck? I'm trying to help you out.
Oh my word.
Bring it down slowly. Don't drop it down in there. Turn it by a couple threads to make sure it's not cross-threaded. Pull the hose up. Let's put this somewhere where it ain't gonna... Then you want to take your spark plug socket. I'm using a 16mm deep 3/8 drive with my 6-inch 3/8 drive extension, and go ahead and tighten that down. Now, tightening these down, guys, what you want to do, bring this down by hand, make it a lot quicker. What you want to do is just turn till it stops, and then a little bit more. That's it. Do not want to strip that out or break that spark plug up. Alright, so now we're going to do the other 5. Get that done. Guys, this is coming along. Is it coming along good, Sibby?
Yep. Get
that done, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, you know what? This was actually next in the party line, this breather tube right here. The curved end, the 190 degrees, that goes into the back of the valve cover. Hook that on. Then it comes up onto there, and it hooks right up to the breather right there. Then you're going to have all your bolts, your 10mm bolts, into the valve cover that was holding in the coils that we put back in there. So now what you're going to do is take all of them out. Then we're going to put our coils in. Now we put our coils in, we number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we did 4 back here.
No.
We did 4 back there.
No. 4 was in the front.
It was in the back. Well, we're going to put it the way I want to. So, here's number 5. So, number 5 goes right here. Right?
Yes.
Number 1 goes right here. And what we're going to do, I know, Sylvia's right. 4, 5, 6. What we do is put it in, push down, take your 10mm bolt, and like I've always told you, turn it by a couple threads so you make sure you're not cross-threading it. Then, take your 10mm, I'm using a 10mm deep 1/4 inch drive with my 2-inch 1/4 inch drive extension, my 1/4 inch drive ratchet. I'm going to bring that down, and just like I've always taught you, till it stops, and then a little bit more. That's it. There's not enough pressure on that at all. Then take your plug, put it up, and click it right into place. Self-explanatory, Sibby?
Yes.
Alright, so we got number 2, number 3, number 4, and the plugs. Well, you can't mess that up. I mean, you try to put that any other way, you good. And number 6. All right, let's get all of them in, tighten them up, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Next in line is this little bracket right here. Remember, somebody put the bolt wasn't even tight, so we're gonna put this bracket down. This bracket goes down, and it bolts to the head right. You see right there? So you might not be able to see when I put the bolt in there, but what I'll do is I'll reach down there and get it started if I can. Got this started by a couple threads. Got it started by a couple threads. You see where it's at? So we're going to bring that in all the way by hand, and then I'm going to take my 13mm wrench and I'm going to tighten that up. But I'm not going to tighten up all the way, because just in case I want to make sure it doesn't move side to side. Alright, so let's get that in there and we'll be right back. Alright guys, I got it down there, I got it loose, and I think this is what they did. They forgot to tighten it up. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our 13mm wrench, and I just want to snug that up just a little bit. I want to make sure it does line up with our intake. Okay, that's good. And while we're down there, I'm not going to put this in now, but I want you to show you this now. We got our harness right here. See the little Christmas tree clip? That goes on the side over here. But if I put that in now, let me see, I might not, well, I can still, just like that, I can still get to that wrench. And then we got this one up here, goes to the top of the bracket, in that hole right there. Alright guys, let's go grab the intake. You know, while we're here, let's plug this up, because I just unplugged this so you can see it. So we're going to plug this back up, and push the red tab in. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, before we put the intake on, let's get us a little plastic bag here. And let's change our oil filter, because we are doing an oil change in this. And this is a good time, guys, to see if they've been getting now we know they've been getting the oil changes, but have they been changing the filter? I don't know, hardly times you can't even tell. Anyway, we got 24mm 1/2 inch drive, 2-inch 1/2 inch drive extension, and my 1/2 inch drive ratchet. So let's go ahead. Take this off. Look pretty clean, right? Some Mopar Chrysler. There's a little spring thing popped up in there.
So it's been there since 2011?
No, I think they've been getting it done by Chrysler.
Oh, that's right. She did take it to Chrysler for something.
And there's no, I mean, we saw a date on it and all that.
I can't remember what it was that she said.
Yeah. And it's notice how, guys, it says this end down. So you definitely want to pay attention to that. So let's just pop this off. And let's go get our new one. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our new filter. And the filter comes with a new O-ring. You definitely want to change that O-ring because it will leak. And that's how you do, get a little pick. Pop that out of that groove. And take it right off. Get your new one. And I got oil on my hands. I'm just putting it on the O-ring to help with the installation. And just roll that, dang it. Roll that new O-ring down and make sure it is in that groove. Alright, let's get our new oil filter. This is the side that went inside there. Just pops into place. Put it down. And put it down. This thing is not tight at all. Actually, yeah, here we go. 25 Newton meters. That's all it got to be tightened down to. So, grab my ratchet. Because guys, this is plastic. So you go over tighten it, you are gonna break that. And you right at that point, right when that seal hits, you want to start going slow to make sure that seal goes down there. And that's another reason why you lubricate that seal. You want to push it down, and like I always do, guys, go till it stops, and a little bit more. That's it. That's all you got to do. All right, let's get this, throw this in the garbage, and now let's go get our intake. Be right back. All right, guys, the intake. We are now ready to install the intake. Now, check this out, guys. For torque specifications on the intake, that's all you have to do is look on top of your intake, and it tells you. Dang it, you got pretty close on that thing. Hey,
7 to 9 Newton meters?
there you go, Civvy. Yeah, buddy. All right, check it out, guys. Let's pick this up, and you can see oil on the side. So what we do is take a rag and really clean that up. Oops. You don't have to know, abrasives or anything like that. No acid. Just
Acid.
yeah.
Hey, how come they don't do more parts like that? That they put the torque on the part?
I don't know. That would be so cool. What is, like, somebody got some? Wait a minute. Did you just see what I did?
No.
As I'm wiping it, it's like it was sticky. It was like it was stringy. Like there's an additive in the oil, like a thick.
It would be stringy?
Yeah, because it's something like honey. So oil just stops and drips. It was like honey when I just wiped that. Go back on the video, guys, and tell me you saw that. I don't like that, man. That's not a good sign. There it is again. See? Watch this.
Imagining things.
No, I'm telling you. Okay, forget it. All right.
You may have seen that one.
Watch it. Yeah. All right. So we got these two tabs sticking out right here. Like you can call them guide pins. So those gonna go down on the intake. Now, first we're gonna do. Let's take off our 10mm nuts over here. All right. Now let's go over here. And you want to make sure you don't mess up those gaskets down there. So you want to make sure you make sure everything is out of the way. this is not. Gotta be careful, there's holes in the back. Oh man, you know what guys? Check it out, we forgot about that. Let me pick it back up because this breather tube right here, that's gotta go on the other side of that transmission because that's the one that goes back into that breather. So we gotta pick it back up. You know, while we're over here, guys, we got this holes right here that hooks into here. Wait a minute, let's get this harness out of the way. This harness goes over here. Okay, we got that going there, that gonna go into here like this. Let's get this breather hooked on back here.
No, it's a little dark. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I almost had it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, okay, now I see it.
Alright, push that in there. Now let's get our intake. And this is where, check it out, that's where that bracket supposed to been at. And they just don't even have the bolt onto that. Let's get this thing lined up. Alright, come on to the other side. Let me show them. I just started screwing that down too. Remember those two studs? They gotta go inside the bracket right there.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta pick that up, make sure they go down. It's not going down. Alright, there it is. The other one's in? Yeah, the other one's in. Now we can line this intake up. That thing came out of there? Sure it did. You know what? I'm gonna have to loosen that up more. Okay. You know, I thought this thing was just gonna be able to go down, no problems whatsoever. That wasn't happening. Alright, so now we can take our screws and bring them down by hand. And we're gonna have to use a socket to make sure those are down by hand. Alright, man, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I got my 8mm deep 1/4" drive, my 4" 1/4" drive extension, and my 1/4" drive ratchet. Because what I want to do is make sure I just start these off and make sure they are going in there. Okay. Alright, we got it started. Now, there's 6 bolts. What you want to do is tighten up the 2 center ones first, and then the outer ones. So actually, if you wanted, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? And remember, 7 to 9 Newton meters. Now, if you don't have a torque wrench, this is going down in the plastic. So if you over tighten it, you're messed up. You're going to pull off that lower intake because you just messed up. Or, what you can do is follow my advice with this, what I'm about to show you. You can go till it stops and a little bit more. That's it. Alright, then you're going to go to the center one, and we'll do this one more time together. And I don't mean stop by, alright, Tim says stop, that's good. No, I mean you're going to feel that tension to where it's going to stop. And then a little bit more. Alright, let's get the other 4 done, and we'll be right back. Oh yeah, guys, I did forget one more bolt, and that's right inside here. So what you want to do is take your socket, and I'm using a 2-inch now, 1/4-inch drive extension, and go ahead and tighten that up. Alright, let's get that tightened, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is let's hook up this mess all over here. We got this hose right here. There's a little clip on it that hooks onto that breather tube right there. So let me go in there, get that snapped into place some kind of way. I'll just pop that thing out again. I just popped that out right there, so I'm going to put that back in. Alright, then we got this hose that's got to go around. And that's going to hook onto that. It plugs up right there. I'm going to hook that up right there. Alright, we're going to have to get a 10, this bracket over here, man. This is what I hate about backyards. Alright, it goes there, and there's another stud in the back. Can you see inside there?
Yeah, I see it.
Alright, so we're going to get, matter of fact, I'm going to use the 2 10mm nuts that go on the other side. We're going to put those on. Dang it, where is it? What the heck? Man, it's way back there. So, backyard people, man, they just bother me. Okay. Alright. I'm going to tighten those up, and then I'm going to get 2 for the other side. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got 2 nuts. We got one right there. And we got one to go on back way back there. Alright, so I'm going to get my 10mm shallow, 1/4-inch drive. And I'm going to tighten up these 2 and then tighten up the other 2. Then I'm going to take my 13mm wrench and tighten up the other end of this bracket. Alright, let's get that done, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we do is got this other breather hose right here. One end goes to the top of the intake right here.
Isn't that the throttle body?
No.
No, the throttle body after that.
Yeah, that's another one. Chalk another one up for Tim. Your buddy. Alright, the other end goes around here. And it just hooks on to the valve right here until it clicks. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to be doing is doing the throttle body. But we're not going to just put the throttle body on right now, because this throttle body got a lot of carbon buildup inside. Let's take these screws out before we use them. And that's all you have to...
Like that.
That's all you gotta do, guys, is get some carburetor cleaner, spray all in there, clean it up, get a rag, and you can, don't be afraid of it. Open the valve up if you need to, and clean it out just like that. The reason why you want to do this is because when this thing is closed, that carbon right there, that stops air from coming in. And a lot of times it will cause you to start the car up in the mornings or anytime. Start it up, it'll shut right off. Start it up, it'll shut right off. You have to hold your foot on the gas to get it to stay running. So when you hold your foot on the gas, you open that butterfly valve up and let more air in. Alright? So we definitely want to clean that up to eliminate any kind of issues. Alright, let's get that done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to show you a little bit. Got a rag, got some carburetor cleaner, and what I'm going to do, if I turn it that way, you're going to see it. Take your hand, open the valve up, spray it if you want, spray your rag. Take your rag, and just continuously wipe back and forth. Look at that. Look how clean that's coming, guys. Yeah, buddy. Alright, let's get that cleaned up. We'll be right back. Alright, guys, there it is. Check that out, man. Alright, let's wipe this off. Let's go get this installed on the car. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're ready to install it, but I forgot something back here. Let's pop this up. Move this out of the way. Let's plug up our map sensor back here. Reach back here and plug this thing up. Okay, the harness comes around that way. Then put the holes on it. Now let's get our throttle body. Here's our gasket. Now you see how the gasket sticks out from the intake. That gasket is good. If yours is flat, change it. Alright, so let's put the throttle body on like this. Drop a few bolts down there. Alright, let's get our screws in here, the 8mm screws. Start it off by a couple threads. Just to get it lined up. Get it started nice. And this is, again, this is another one that's going into plastic, so you don't want to over tighten this. Make sure your harness down here to the coil, make sure that's out of the way. Nothing's going to be in the way of getting between there. Or this thing going on like garbage. Alright, so I got my 8mm. Where's my ratchet? My 1/4" drive ratchet. Guys, let me get my ratchet and I'll be right back. Alright, 8mm deep, 1/4" drive, 2" 1/4" drive extension. I got my wobble extension. You don't really need that. I can push it down, make it straight, and my 1/4" drive ratchet. And that's all we're going to do. Is I'm going to bring this in just a little bit, and because I want to make sure this thing goes down even. And then on this one, you can go ahead and tighten up. Go till it stops and a little bit more. Go on to this one. Stops and a little bit more. Okay, let's get the other two done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're in the home stretch. Now we got to bring our harness around here, and you have this little clip right here, this little clip right there. That hooks onto the throttle body right there. But first what we're going to do is plug it in and then just snap that into place. And this right here goes to our air temperature sensor, which, oh guys, you know, I forgot this right here, this part of the harness we took off up here. Let's get that plugged up just like that. This one, yeah, this one keeps coming out. This one goes right here. Alright, everything is looking good. How many pieces we got left on our part? Oh, just one. One piece, guys. The piece that goes up here. Also, before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and drain the oil, and we're gonna put the fresh oil in here before we go to start this. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, here we go. Now remember, on the bottom of this, there is this pin right here. And that pushes right down into this grommet right here. Alright, so what we're going to do is go over here, push that on, just like that. Get this side. You know what? Wait 1 minute here. Wait 1 minute, guys. That right there. Pull this back off. This, on this valve cover right here, that stud right there. That screws down to there. Almost forgot about, we took that off in the beginning. Alright. Because, there it is. That grommet right there pushes down onto that. Now let's go over here. Hook that up into there. Alright. We got that grommet lined up. That's right. There it is. That one's over there. Okay, let's get this on. Then we look up under here to get that one in there. And push down. Lock that into place. Alright, next, we got our air temperature sensor harness over here. Let's plug that up. And now let's get our 8mm deep 1/4 inch drive and tighten up this clamp. And then you're going to come around over here and tighten up this clamp. Alright, so let's get both clamps tightened up and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the last thing, hooking up the negative terminal. Let's pick up our terminal, put it on. Ooh, I saw the lights come on. Alright. Okay. And then take our 10mm deep, 1/4 inch drive, 1/4 inch drive ratchet. Oops. Tighten it up. We don't want to loosen it, we want to tighten it. You just want to go till it snugs up, guys. Perfect. Okay. Now, we got our little cover right here. It goes back in there, and what you have is you got the clips that hooking up here in the front, and then in the back we got these that hook right into these slots right here. I don't know if you can see up here. Here's the slots. Yeah, it's kind of dark in there from back there, but you can probably see those.
No. Deep in there.
All right, hold on, guys. Let me get a light. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ready. All right, guys. What, you was recording when I said ready?
Yeah.
That's why you laughed. You were going to tell me. This is a little bulldog.
Oh, there's a pearl in there.
Yeah. Okay, you got the slots right here. 1 and 2. And then way up, you're going to see one of them right there.
Oh, there it is. Your finger was blocking it.
Finger wasn't blocking nothing.
Your finger was blocking it.
Don't blame me for no crummy camera work.
You got some nerve.
That's right. So get it lined up, and then we're going to push them down. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, got the key. You know what? Wait a minute. Is your battery going dead? Oh, okay, my bad. Just tell me to mind my business. Alright.
Mind your business.
Let's get the key. Let's start. It may tick for a second or two, so the lifter can, the lifter's already built up, but it might, I don't know. JT, I know you're proud of me, JT. Look at that engine run. That thing, JT knows the ticking I was talking about. That thing is not ticking at all, and it runs really well. That's what I'm talking about. You know, I was kind of nervous because of that guide over there, but guys, this is great. Great job, guys. All right, we're gonna let this run for a few minutes, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, we had it running for been about an hour now, and as you can see, guys, if I muted the video, you couldn't tell this thing was running. Yeah, boy. Now, some of you guys, well, actually, I'm about to say the haters, but they're all banned anyway. Slight little ticking you're hearing, that's the actual injectors. That's how quiet this engine is running, that we can hear the injectors ticking. This thing is running great, guys. Oh my goodness, this is nice. Only thing it's missing is the engine cover. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we did forget to tell you one thing, and a video's coming up on it. If you look up under here, just from sitting, it's got this leak right here. That's antifreeze. The water pump is leaking, and that is going to be the next video we're going to be doing that. And we're actually going to be doing this right now, but you know, you'll see it whenever. So just want to show you that and what's going to be coming up on this.